What's up, guys? News FL here, back with another video, and today we'll be discussing why Russell Wilson has been horrible this season. Um, so first off, we need to start off with the record, 2-3. I know, not a very good record, but it's not horrible. But if you look at the wins the Broncos have had, you would be like, wow, they really didn't deserve that. Like none of the Broncos wins were like, damn, they really fought hard and earned it. None of the wins they earned, which is what I'm saying. So yeah. So anyway, let's get into the um into the games, the 5 games that have currently been played. Starting with the Broncos Seahawks game. Now, of course, it's not all Russell Wilson's fault. Nathaniel Hackett hasn't been the greatest coach starting out. I mean, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, we'll discuss it more later. Russell Wilson, his first game as a Bronco is his old team. Damn, a way to start. And Russell Wilson didn't play that bad at all. 340 yards, 1 touchdown. Um, Obviously, he didn't do what it took to win the game, but I don't really blame this game on him. Literally, both Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon fumbled on the goal line. Really iconic to Super Bowl 49 when Russell Wilson threw an interception on the one. So I don't know. He was just handing it off, so I can't blame Russell Wilson because they should have cashed it. Those running backs should have cashed in those touchdowns, and they would have won the game easily. So yeah, that's that. Nathaniel Hackett also decided to attempt a 61-yard field goal instead of give the ball to Russell Wilson, which I know is nowadays would be like, well, I wouldn't trust him anymore because of recent games. So yeah, but hey, who knows? Maybe they could have completed it. We can't say. Maybe there would have been a, like, you can't just say, you know what I mean? Like 61-yard field goal. That was pretty difficult. So yeah. But yeah, Jared Judy had a good game. Courtland Sutton had a good game. Javonte Williams had a good game. Like, yeah, this was a game they should have won in my opinion. But Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams, I think it's their fault for fumbling on the 1 yard line twice. So yeah, I wouldn't. The scoreboard would be very different if they cashed in at least one of them. So yeah. Um, okay. Sorry. But yeah. Anyway, we gotta go into the next game, which is against the Texans, which they won, and but it's only by 7 points. It's only by a touchdown. And this is the Texans we're talking about, all right? They're not a good team, all right? The Texans are not a good team. So when you barely beat a team like that in a division that's difficult for the Broncos, you got to be a bit concerned. Russell Wilson, horrible completion percentage, 31 attempts and only 14 completed, and one of them was a touchdown and an interception. 219 yards. I don't know. Um, Not very good. I guess they ran the ball more, but still. Like, what's the stats for this one? Total yards, passing yards, time of possession. It's pretty equal, you know what I mean? So yeah, the fact that that happened and 13 penalties. Can you believe it? Also the delay of games. People meme the team about that, the Devon Broncos. So yeah, Cortland Sutton had a game. I believe Jerry Judy. Okay, I think the reason he had one reception is because he got injured here. So yeah, um, that's really it. We can move on to the next game now. Um, as a Broncos fan, I'm not a Broncos fan, but if you are a Broncos fan, you must be like, okay, we barely beat the Texans. We lost to the Seahawks. You probably wouldn't feel good against the what's their name? The 49ers. You're like, okay, we lost to the Seahawks, lost to the Texans, or no, won against the Texans, but by a touchdown. You'd be like, okay, we're gonna lose to the 49ers. Well, they win, and this is where I mean their wins are very ugly because they literally won by 1 point, and it was 11-10 game. Yeah, it was horrible. What a horrible game. You would never see this in real life. So, well, it was real life, but you know what I mean. Like this isn't a real NFL game to me. It doesn't feel like it. So yeah. Um, Obviously, Jimmy G, that's safety right here in the third quarter. So he played bad. You know what I mean? He did like that Dan Orlovsky. Just didn't see that he was stepping too far back. So yeah, I guess that won them the game because it would have been 10-9, but that safety made it 10-11. So yeah, Russell Wilson literally didn't do anything. 20 better completion percentage this time, but 184 yards as a quarterback. That's not good. That's not good. It feels like you've done nothing. Jimmy G sold the game. Russell Wilson was just there. So honestly, there's nothing you can really say about that except that he's not getting the job done. He's not winning the game. It's just the other teams have been selling. They haven't been winning the game. Broncos haven't won a game. They've just the other teams just sold the game. You know what I mean? Like the Broncos just sat around and let the other team sell, which is what I'm saying. So yeah, Javante, Melvin Gordon, I think they didn't run very well. So yeah, against that 49ers defense, it makes sense. So yeah, Cortland Sutton had a game. Okay, so Jerry Judy wasn't injured that week. Okay, so Jerry Judy's like I believe injured the next week or something. So yeah, but yeah, okay. Let's get into game four. So basically, okay, they're 2-1 after this game. Two ugly wins. You're like, okay, against the Raiders, we're probably gonna lose this time unless they choke like Jimmy G did, and they didn't. Good for them, and they got their first win, the Raiders. So yeah, they've been underwhelming, which I want to play. I want to do a video on because they really have been underwhelming. But yeah, okay, so this time Russell Wilson didn't do that bad. 17 out of 25 passes. I mean, that's the best completion percentage he's had all year so far. 237 yards, pretty good. Two touchdowns, pretty good. And he's rushed for a touchdown, according to 29. Oh, wait. Okay, so you're telling me your leading rusher is Russell Wilson? Damn. Okay, so the run game was difficult for Javante and Melvin Gordon. So I guess I don't think Russell Wilson was that bad unless all the points were scored at the end, which they didn't. I think it was a close game until they came away. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, not maybe not a close game, but uh, it was definitely a high scoring game. But yeah, the Raiders, they had Josh Jacobs went off. Another video I want to talk like the video. I'm definitely gonna go in on Derek Carr about the Las Vegas Raiders underwhelming performance. But yeah, Josh Jacobs carried this game, 144 yards and two touchdowns. Devonte Adams, of course, 101 yards. So yeah, and Josh Jacobs was in the receiving game as well. So yeah, as you can see, the Broncos defense couldn't stop Josh Jacobs this game, and that's really what lost in the game. You know what I mean? So yeah, Russell Wilson did good, but unfortunately his defense couldn't help him out. So yeah, this is the first game where I'm like, okay, Russell Wilson, you did all right, but unfortunately you still lost and you're 2-2. But this is the game we all want to talk about. This next game against uh the Colts. So you might be wondering, okay, we're probably gonna beat the Colts, right? As a Broncos fan, you're like, okay, so we did pretty well, or all right. We didn't win the game, but I think we did all right against the Raiders team. So this against the Colts, you'd be like, yeah, they have no Jonathan Taylor, we should win. Wrong, you lost. It was a field goal battle. Do you see all those threes? That's all field goals. Yeah, and they went into overtime for this field goal battle. 12-9. Oh my gosh. Matt Ryan threw two picks. Like, how do you not like convert touchdowns after two picks? You know why you don't convert after two picks? Because Russell Wilson did the same damn thing, threw two picks. I don't know if this is like a bad game for Russell Wilson, but I don't think so. He's not been the Russell Wilson we knew when he was younger. Obviously, last year with the Seahawks, he wasn't very good either. So people were like, okay, now Russell Wilson has actual weapons, offensive line, so maybe he'll do good now. Wrong. Russell Wilson is just not as good as he used to be, unfortunately, for our Broncos fans. And I see those memes where like Russell Wilson, there's a robbery, $242 million, and yeah. Not to mention, Javante Williams is out for the year, so they got Melvin Gordon only now. So there goes their I don't know, their young stud running back. So now you're stuck with Russell Wilson, Melvin Gordon, and you have no idea what to do. Um, yeah, because if I was them, I'd be like, okay, Javante is our best hope here. I would, let him keep running the ball and everything, but he's out. Same one with the Colts, but they didn't have their running back. So Javante Williams and Jonathan Taylor was out. So these two teams seem like they should be both run dependent after this horrible game. Like 41 attempts. I mean, like, you can't really blame them because Jonathan Taylor is literally the entire offense, and they don't have him. So yeah, these two teams after this game, you probably should just both run the ball a lot. Because, yeah, that was horrible. But, yeah, this is about the Broncos, not the Colts. Mainly about Russell Wilson. You've seen those memes flying around. Russell Wilson missed a wide open pass or a wide open touchdown on 4th and 5 or whatever, 4th and 2. One of his receivers were open, threw the helmet down because he missed him. He didn't see him. And yeah, and there was a meme where I think Melvin Gordon was staring down Russell Wilson while he was drinking his Gatorade. So yeah, they don't like Russell Wilson, and I don't blame him. He hasn't been the leader, the teammate, the quarterback that they wanted. So yeah, that's all for this analysis. They're 2-3 right now. Hey, maybe it can change for the better, but I don't think so. Russell Wilson, this was a horrible performance. You sold this game, and yeah, the only reason the Colts won was the only reason the Colts were made it this close of a game was because Matt Ryan was just as bad too. Matt Ryan and Russell Wilson were horrible, and they let their teams down. So yeah, but I think people were expecting a lot more from Russell Wilson than Matt Ryan. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.